Hey my lovelies, welcome back and I hope you're all doing great. It's Popessa. Today we'll be making some mashed potatoes and I'm going to be using this particular one. It's also the potatoes I use for my shepherd's pie recipe if I'm not mistaken, because a lot of people have been asking me. They actually thought I used the sweet potatoes, but no, this is the one that I use. I always buy this one because it's perfect for baking, for boiling, for roasting, and for making your mashed potatoes. So yes, that is, and I actually got them from Aldi, so you can check it out if you've got any Aldi close to you, or maybe they have them in other shops. So yes, I'm now just peeling them, and after peeling I'll just rinse them off before I start cutting them in bits. I've already rinsed them, so now I'm just going to cut them into smaller chunks, just not too big and not too small. This is so they all cook evenly and quickly as well. And then I just kept the cold water on the side because I don't want it to stay out too long, otherwise it oxidize and then start turning red, and I don't want that. So yes, I've rinsed them completely and I'm just pouring them into this pot, which I'm going to be adding cold water. When cooking your potatoes, you don't have to use hot water. Use cold water so they can all cook evenly. And then I'm just adding a little bit of salt, and then I'll cover this and I'll allow it to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes. I'll be serving the mashed potatoes with some asparagus, but you can use any other veggie of your choice. And I'll go ahead and snap the head off, which is one of the methods you can use to cut off the parts that people don't eat. Or you can also use a knife, just like I've done, to get rid of the heads. And then I'll also be using one red bell pepper. Then I'm also going to cut this into like thin long sizes. Thin long sizes, what the heck is that? Anyway, you see it. So I'm going to be cutting it like this, but you can cut yours however you want it to be. I put that aside as well. I know some people always ask what I do with this, the top and the bottom when I cut them off. So this is what I usually do. I just cut them into small sizes and then put them in the container and then store them in the fridge for maybe the next day if I want to prepare breakfast or even lunch. And then I use it. That's what I normally do. So don't think I always waste them and put them in the bin. No, I don't do that. Not at all. Yeah, I put them in small containers like this. Then I store it in the fridge. So I'm also using one onion. You can also use the white one, but I think I prefer to just use this red one to give it a little bit of sweetness. And then I'm just cutting this into small sizes again. I'll add it to the bell pepper that I kept aside. And voila. And this will be so easy when I want to prepare breakfast the next day. So yeah, I'm taking that, put that on the side, and then check the potatoes. They are cooked now, so I'm going to drain them out and then I'll pour them back into the pot so I can start mashing. And then in this bowl I'm just going to prepare the marinade I'll be using to marinate my chicken, because I'll be using chicken alongside my mashed potatoes too. So I've added some of these ingredients you're seeing. Please make sure to check the description bar below for all the ingredients I use. But remember, you can always use any other spice or seasoning you want. Then I'm just adding a little bit of oil and just give that a good mix. So I'll cut the chicken breast open, kind of to give it like a butterfly effect to help it cook faster. Then I'll just rub the marinade all over the chicken. Then I'll line the air fryer with foil paper. I'll heat it for let's say about 3 to 5 minutes to just get it hot a bit. Yeah, and then I'm just spraying some oil so they don't stick to the air fryer. Then I'm just rubbing the remaining marinade on the chicken before I start air frying. So even though I set the timer at 25 minutes, I didn't leave it for that long because I don't want the chicken to dry out. And then in a heated pan, drizzle some oil. And then I will start frying the onions. I just saute it a bit, not completely fry. And I'm adding some garlic paste, homemade garlic paste, so it's really fresh. You can actually mince your garlic, or you can also use garlic powder. So I'll just take that out, and then I start frying I'll fry the asparagus a bit for about 2 minutes. Then I'll add hot water, just a little bit, and then I'll cover and allow this to just steam a bit to soften them. Don't want to overcook the asparagus. So they're a bit tender now, so I will now add the sliced bell pepper, black pepper, and some all-purpose seasoning. You can also use salt or any other seasoning you prefer. And then just giving this a good mix. And I'll allow this to saute a bit because I don't want them to be overcooked. And then I'll mix and add some crushed chili peppers just to give it a little bit of heat. Then I'm adding the onions back, and I will just give this a good mix. You don't have to use the crushed chili. You can just use only the black pepper. That will work fine. And now I'm just mashing the potatoes. If you have a food processor, you can use that. Also the potato ricer. I don't know why I always do this. I always forget I have those things, and I just end up, overworking myself. And I've just poured a little bit of melted butter. So I'll be warming up some cream to add to the mashed potato for that extra creamy texture. You can also use milk for these purpose, and I've added a little bit of garlic as well. This is optional. If you don't like garlic in your mashed potato, you can skip that part. And then I'm just pouring it in bits, and I will just give it a good mix. Because I don't want to add too much at a time, otherwise my mashed potato might be too soft. So yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more. So you can see it's already creamy. Just look at that. And then I'm adding some black pepper salt, and some nutmeg, which is also optional. Then I'll just give this a good mix. Guys, this mashed potato was so creamy and tasted so good. Let me know how you make your mashed potatoes as well, and I also like to know what you had for your Sunday lunch or dinner. And thank you so much to my returning subscribers and old subscribers. I really appreciate you, and as always I will see you in my next one. Popessa signing out.